Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here, coming at you from the Knife Center. And today we're taking a look at a set of hard-use outdoor tools from Buck Knives. It's called the Compadre Series. Let's check it out. So the Compadre Series is Buck's answer to hardcore outdoorsmen and survivalists that want a set of heavy-duty bladed tools that are just as hardcore as they are. The trio of tools includes a nice belt knife, a hatchet, as well as a chopping froe. Originally, these knives were released with a red powder-coated finish and walnut Dymondwood handles, but new for 2019, they've introduced versions with canvas Micarta handles and now Cerakote steel. But no matter which version you prefer, at the heart of these blades is 5160 spring steel, which is what grants these tools just an insane amount of toughness. Let's start with the froe. To create this tool, Buck took inspiration from the classic splitting froe, a tool that was used to create shakes and shingles. A typical splitting froe would actually have a handle coming up vertically from here, but to create this chopping version, they've given us an extra long handle that gives us a lot of leverage and turns this into a powerhouse. With blade stock about a 1/4 inch thick and a nice stout bevel, you'd be hard pressed to damage this blade, but you could certainly do a lot of damage with it. Thanks to that handle design, we're able to choke back very effectively. There's a nice swell here at the back that's going to capture your hand and keep it from slipping backwards, and it allows you to have a very confident grip and really make the wood chips fly. If you want to transition to smaller tasks, you can actually choke up and get a little closer behind the edge. It's still going to be pretty blade heavy, but it is going to allow you to have better control when you need to do those smaller cuts. Moving on to the Compadre axe, we've got another very effective chopping tool. The handle design here is actually the exact same as the handle on the froe, and that's great because it really works very well. Another advantage of that micarta construction is that you get a little bit more texture than you do with the Dymondwood versions, and also if it happens to get wet, it's actually going to feel even grippier. Moving on to the head, this is a design with about a 3-inch blade, and this is going to be a great tool whether you're making kindling, splitting wood, or even on your next hunting trip. There's not much of a pole on the end, although you probably still could use it if you wanted to do some hammering like pounding in a tent stake. And all of the surfaces up here above the handle are actually fully rounded over, which means even though there's not a full grip, it's still going to be fairly comfortable if you need to get right behind the edge and do some smaller tasks. These tools are of course great, but you're going to want something smaller to go with them, and that's where the camp knife comes in. And the Compadre camp knife is a versatile pattern that will acquit itself well in just about any outdoor scenario you could ever think of throwing at it. The blade is about 4.5 inches long, and it still features that 5160 steel. And we've got plenty of belly on this knife, which is appropriate for a buck. Their hunting tradition certainly shines through here, but it's a shape that's going to do more than just hunt. That hollow grind is going to help it to slice very well, and the point, while it is a little bit above the center line, it's still easy to take advantage of that if you need to do any kind of bushcraft stuff like drilling holes. And the handle itself, even though it looks fairly straight, is very comfortable. We do get a small finger guard here at the front, which is going to help protect your fingers from slippage, but everything on the handle is rounded over very nicely, and we still get a nice swell at the end. Not like those bigger tools, but it is a nice feel in the hand. That type of shape to the handle is going to work very well in any type of cut where you're drawing the knife back towards your body. It provides a lot of positive retention without being too in the way. I also think that the Compadre camp knife is a great option for a survival knife. Although I usually prefer a flat grind myself for a little more strength, that 5160 steel, I've got no worries with this blade. Each one of these tools also comes with a high quality black leather sheath. Just like all of these tools, they're made in America, and you can definitely tell by the way they're built. Buck has always been a company that's catered to the needs of outdoorsmen, and it's great to see them come out with a new line of tools today that don't rest on their laurels. Seriously, these tools are super tough and ready for action. If you want to get your hands on any of these Buck Compadres, click the link in the description below to head over to KnifeCenter.com.